I understand President Nixon has proposed canceling the 2 remaining Apollo 16 and 17 landing missions.
Is that right? He wouldn't be looking to cut back on our satellite tracking here, would he?
I wouldn't think so. Probably not as long as those Defense Department satellites are spying on the Russians. So, I'm not worried.
You sound like you're worried.
Well, I am not. Alright, let's check that.
It was a Japanese Asumi satellite. It ceased transmission.
Did it stop? Completely?
Yes, it appears so.
Okay, please log that in. We'll keep monitoring its projected orbit. Are you concerned that the Japanese might be catching up to America in technology?
Well, my brother-in-law back in the States just bought a Japanese car.
He did, huh?
Yep. He has to avoid traveling over mountain passes because it could barely make it over the top.
Well, maybe things were a little different once upon a time. Did you know that on December 7, 1941, the Japanese 1st Strike Squadron flew over the North Shore just east of here?
Yeah, I know the story.
Some Army privates stationed at Opana Point picked them up, but their new lieutenant told them it was probably a group of B-17s scheduled to arrive from California.
Those Japs got lucky that day.
But not completely. A little before that, some Japanese midget submarines were positioned outside Pearl Harbor to stage an attack. But most got sunk, or were beached.
Sneaky Japs.
Well, I suppose you could say that.
And crazy, too.
This is fascinating. You actually live in a submarine.
Beats living in a car.
Yes, I can't argue with that. Picking up anything interesting on your radio there?
Oh yes, but not on radio. I monitor air pressure.
Atmospheric pressure?
Yes, and ocean currents, ocean temperatures, weather. Look for big storms. I get information from U.S. Navy and University of Hawaii.
Are you looking for American submarines?
No, shrimp heads and sharks for shark meat. I sell to local restaurants.
Shrimp heads and shark meat?
Yes.
Of course. I should have known. Are you married there, Kamoko?
I never marry, but I gotta marry.
Well, maybe that's probably for the best. You mean Sharon, don't you?
Yes, Sharon. Sharon who will marry Barry and will end up marrying Barry.
You don't get out much, do you?
Just for shrimp and shark meat.
End games are always full of surprises, aren't they? Well, I move, huh? Discovered check. How does that grab you, Caesar? Your move, Imperator.
This movie is really boring.
Where are the space monsters?
Excuse me.
It doesn't even have a good fire scene.
We need to log it and pass our information to the Air Force Systems Command in Sunnyvale.
Sure, I'll get right on that. You know, I took my kids to the drive-in last Friday evening, and you know what we watched?
You know, I can't guess.
A Godzilla movie.
You were kidding?
Godzilla vs. Ghidorah.
Godzilla vs. Ghidorah? What is an Ghidorah?
The smog monster.
Godzilla vs. the smog monster.
Yeah, Ghidorah the smog monster. But I think they should have called it the sludge monster, since it started out as a big tadpole in the sludge and toxic waste of Suruga Bay, which Godzilla didn't much care for, by the way. It then comes on land and starts feeding off industrial smog and toxic air pollution. So then Godzilla and the smog monster fight it out, but Ghidorah is immune to Godzilla's atomic rays.
It sounds like a big message movie about pollution.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, where did this Ghidorah come from?
Outer space, of course. It originated in the dark gas nebula in the Orion constellation.
How did it arrive on Earth?
In a movie, it arrives on a comet, but I say it passed through a quantum hole in the universe.
A quantum hole in the universe?
Never mind. That's science fiction. This is a monster movie. Anyway, it goes on a big rampage to Japan. Ghidorah also has it in for pollution from Japanese psychedelic nightclubs.
I need to contact Sunnyvale.
It then somehow turns into a big flying saucer and sprays everything with sulfuric acid and kills even more.
But you need to log the time first.
Then it just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Lots of pollution to feed off of.
That's right. But some amateur scientist speculates that giant electrodes could dry it out.
Because it's sludge.
Right again.
So what happens next?
Well, Godzilla uses his atomic breath to power some giant electrodes and finally zaps Ghidorah back into a big pile of dirt. He then looks angry at everyone standing around, which gives them a really big scare, and then he walks off toward the toxic sludge humans have created. Then words come on the screen that read, "The end." Or is it?
Those Japanese have real goofy imaginations.
My kids fell asleep halfway through, but I watched it all the way to the end and drove them home.
You mean you drove them to your wife's home?
Yeah, it was a long night.
I'm sorry to interrupt again, but can you please log that satellite information?
Oh yeah, rest assured, you're not going to be attacked by any Japanese satellites today.
Or an Ghidorah monster through your quantum hole in the universe.
My father will be here pretty soon with our ride. Next time, I think I'll drive.
Yeah, but who's going to get in it with you?
I will.
We could have skipped the movie and waited out here.
I thought the movie was okay.
I like the part where he kissed the colored lady.
He kissed her because she was the only girl in the world. They should make more movies like 2001. That's what I think.
They need to make a big super action sci-fi movie where they fight evil lowlifes and alien misfits.
They should make one that is space detectives investigating evil lowlife and alien misfits.
Hi there. I know you. You're the girl from the TV news. The one they kidnapped.
And the Woody and Sally Detective Agency saved her. It wasn't the FBI like the TV said.
Don't forget about Barry saving you and me, Joey.
And don't forget about Boyke and me and our bazooka.
How come you're not wearing your space costume at the sci-fi movie festival, like those two are?
Her dad won't let her.
I can only wear it in my stage play, Space Girl, the savior of the universe.
Space Girl, the savior of the universe? Maybe someone should make a movie about you, or your play. It would probably make a good science fiction movie.
It would make for a better detective movie.
I know you don't know me, or anything, But, hey, would it be okay if I hung out with you guys for a while? I sure like science fiction.
That's okay. With me.
Oh, I'm not a guy.
We're waiting for a ride back to my house. Do you want to come?
That would be bitchin'. My ride took off, so thanks a lot.
I've seen you around school. You hang out with all those surfing dudes.
Do you go to my school? I don't think I've ever seen you there. So, what are your names? I know who Space Girl is. I think.
My name is Sharon. This is Barry. And that is Joey.
Space Girl's real name is Rita Murphy.
My name is Everett.
Hi, Everett.